Hello, everyone. So this is going to be the start of a new series where I take albums that I have in my collection and personally review them. So it could be a CD, it could be a vinyl. Starting out with a vinyl, and actually, it's one of the first that I ever got. I got the Metallica self-titled, and I got a Nat King Cole record before it, but you didn't see the title. The one we're reviewing today, Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys by My Chemical Romance. Now, this is technically their most recent album, their newest one, but it's also was released 15 years ago. Actually, I don't know if it's already past 15, but it's coming to be 15 this year, so that's already something. Wonder if they'll do anything special for it, but it's basically it's another concept album. Revenge has a story about the Man and 1,000 Evil Souls. Black Parade obviously has The Patient and Danger Days. If you look in the inside, it follows the Fabulous Killjoys. We have, hold on. This is Party Poison. This is also Party Poison. And we have Fungool. And then we have Adrak Corso, leader of Blind, Better Living Industries. We have Girl, and then we have the rest of the Killjoys, all in a sort of different things. So, when you compare it to, let's compare it to the other work that they put out just before this, The Black Parade. It's a major tonal shift. It's really completely different. And definitely more of the pop rock kind of feel, pop punk, compared to the emo rock and that kind of situation, more for the Black Parade era, Revenge, Bullets, everything that came before it, except for conventional weapons, but that's a topic for another day. And so Danger Days often gets misinterpreted, misreviewed. It's seems really an attempt to capitalize off of trends at the time, but it's not really what it is, and I'll personally give my thoughts on it now. So, Danger Days, it's, like I said, unique, but I think that's what makes it good, because Gerard Way has stated before that he didn't really expect the Black Parade to be as enormous as it is. It's still probably one of the most famous albums of all time. Concept albums too. It's up next to Tommy. It's up next to The Wall. It's up next to, I don't know, good concept albums. Songs in the Key of Life. Completely different genres, but you know, Good Kid, Mad City too. But the point is, they really didn't want to rehash everything they did for the Black Parade. They didn't want to try and do again what they did before with that and get accused of trying to pander, trying to appeal to posers. I hate that word so much. You cannot believe it, but yeah. So, this album starts out with Look Alive Sunshine. It's a monologue from the fictional Dr. Death-Defying. He's a pirate radio host and helps the Killjoys and is effectively the branch between the world of Danger Days and the Fourth Wall. Meaning that it talks to the viewer, and this record is basically being portrayed as the recording of an illegal budget recording of one of these pirate radio shows. The Killjoys are fans of his station and listen to Mad Gear and the Missile Kid, which has actually been performed as a collection of 3 songs on the super special original box set for this album released 15 years ago. I haven't listened to Mad Gear and the Missile Kid, but I might sometime if I ever get the chance. But, so, the story is, the plan is Killjoys are fighting against Better Living Industries, which was originally a realtor agency in California. In the future, this takes place in 2019, which was back in 2010 considered a pretty far year. It was basically post-apocalyptic 2019 with a few things different. And so Killjoys first are operating this Americana diner you see in the Na 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 music video, but then they move on, find a girl in the wastelands after a standout with Corse, the leader of Better Living Industries, and the Dracs, which are people in vampire masks who are skilled gunmen. And after raising girl for a little bit, they decide to all raid the Better Living Industries headquarters. But the thing is, they all die. Or so we thought. Because in the director's cut for the Sing music video, turns out that they all faked their death. And for me, I didn't really get all of the plot from there. But from what I can tell, there's a machine called the Destroyer, which is effectively a nuclear superweapon. And they talk about a lot of things. Jetstar and the Cobra Kid are kidnapped and have some sort of strange thing happen to them called Going All Costa Rica. I don't know what that means, but it definitely implies something very bad happened to them. And then the song Scarecrow talks about the effects of what would happen when you use the Destroyer. And now, this is all up to interpretation. I really haven't gotten a lot of Danger Days lore, but the Destroyer fails to activate, and they basically lose, except for Girl, who's able to carry on their legacy. And then the whole album just breaks the immersion at the very final song, which is Vampire Money, which is the band. They even say their names in the beginning. It's really iconic, and it sings about them getting an offer from the Twilight filmmakers to make a song for the Twilight movies and them declining. And so that's pretty much the story of the album. I'm really sorry if I got anything mixed up, if I missed anything, because this is just all my interpretation. I know that some of this is definitely set in stone in the Killjoys comics, but the thing is, I don't know a single thing about the Killjoys comics, so I could be wildly off. Destroy could just be a metaphor. I could have completely misunderstood. They could have all actually died in the Sing music video. The director's cut could just be unofficial. I'm going to need an MCR superfan to explain it to me in the comments. I can't pin it, but I'll definitely make sure that it gets a really high like count. So, I feel like in terms of why people don't really respect this album as much is because, like I was saying earlier, it's so different from the rest of My Chemical Romance. And they were expecting another series of songs similar to the Black Parade, which Gerard said they were going to work on in the form of the Paper Kingdom, which as of now is currently scrapped because they weren't really big fans of the concept at first, and it kind of put a strain on them, especially during the Danger Days era, because Gerard was facing some dark times. I don't want to say the words, but you can look it up if you have to. But overall, I think Danger Days is underrated. I think it deserves respect. I think, like all of MCR, it's really good. And there is definitely better from the MCR discography, but I think that this one is definitely needs more respect than it gets outside of the MCR fandom, because since 2020, because 2020 was really just a year, and it's been a decade of people realizing that maybe we were too harsh on some of the albums that we used to hate. You see that with a lot of bands and a lot of albums, and I think this is one of them. People were too harsh on it at the start because it just wasn't what they were expecting. So, overall, very good album. I support this album. I support the Killjoys. I support My Chemical Romance. And if you ever want to listen to just a pop rock album that's just feel good, easy listening, with a little bit of dark themes, if you're into that, Danger Days is the way to go. This is going to be the first video in a series where I review different albums, tell you my thoughts on them, and whether I think the public reaction was good or not, whether I think it was accurate. And so, yeah, this video is over now. Thank you for watching, and if you want to subscribe so you can support my channel and we can get these videos out to a broader audience. Share it somewhere if you want to, but I'm not going to be one of those people that's like or subscribe and hit that bell, or the tarantula on the Danger Days cover is going to be in your sink tonight. Whoa! No, I'm tired of that stuff, but if you want to subscribe, I wouldn't mind. Leave a comment telling me to review. You could tell me to review some of your favorite albums, and I'll definitely get to it sometime. I don't know if I'll be able to get them physically, but if I have it, I'll definitely hold it up as like a prop or peripheral to proof of purchase. But this video is going to be over now, so goodbye. Thank you for staying this long, and keep up the MC Army.